What are you degens doing sitting here? What's going on, guys? What's going on? All right, let's have a look across the market. Let's see what's going on tonight, guys. What's going on? Oh, looking at the JASMY chart. So we closed just a hair below the 200-day SMA at 2 cents 376. That's not what I wanted to see, but it's not the end of the world either, right? So we'll see what happens with the next daily candle, guys. Just kind of treading sideways here while Bitcoin does its thing now, right? How long will we consolidate in this range is now the question. Will we come back down and test the 30-day SMA as support? Another interesting question. Hopefully not. Hopefully we're done with that. But if we move over to Bitcoin, it all depends. It all depends on what Bitcoin decides it wants to do, guys, right? Bitcoin fortunately closed right on this support level at $91,895 roughly. And now we're working our way back up. Are we going to ping pong in here now? And is this going to act as a level of resistance? That is the next question. We won't know for another 24 hours or so, but we'll see if the bleeding has stopped. A lot of shorts have been, a lot of longs have been liquidated. That's what cascaded this in the first place. A lot of people putting in longs, getting wrecked. I wouldn't be putting, guys, while there's a massive sell wall at $99,800, I wouldn't be putting in a long position. You're just asking to get liquidated, right? You got to wait for that sell wall to be kind of chipped away at for a little while first. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. But so far, we'll see what happens. I mean, there is a worst case scenario here. Well, I mean, it's not worst case scenario, but there is a scenario here, guys, where we could come down. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but we could come down to around this area. We could come down here, right? Could come right down inside of here. It's possible. We could come down, test it as support, maybe wick off of the 30-day SMA here, and then work our way back up. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. That's the possibility, or we could ping pong up here. But if we do come down further, this is likely where we're going to end up. And I know you guys hate when I put little purple boxes on the chart because they almost every single time hit those boxes, as you can see up here, as you can see here, as you can see down here. Oh, you say, oh no, Rob's putting more purple boxes on the screen. At lower levels, shit. Oh, man. Let's go have a look across the crypto bubble, see what's going on out there today. See what's going on. Mobile is running. Why the hell is mobile running? This is weird as hell. From my understanding, these guys are getting rid of the mobile token and forcing people to migrate to HNT, Helium, right? So this token is not going to exist anymore, and yet it's up 34.6% on the day. Make it make sense, guys. Make it make sense. Algorand is trying to push above 30 cents again. I think Algorand's going to be back up over $1 in very, very short order, guys. It's going to follow what XRP and Cardano did. Algorand will be there soon enough. A lot of projects that have been running pretty hard are cooling off a little bit, right? We got XLM down just a touch. Sandbox was running yesterday pretty hard along with Mana. They're cooling off a little bit. So some good DCA opportunities, guys. Some good DCA opportunities. I was listening to Michael Vandepop today, I think it was, and he was saying the market will dip just low enough to make you believe that the bull run is over, and then it will start to go up again, right? That's what's happening with a lot of lettuce hands, whatever you want to call them, right? So yeah, me though, guys, guess what? I can't be shook. I can't be shook. Bitcoin could crash all the way back down to 20K and I wouldn't sell a thing, right? I can't be shook. My conviction is just too strong. Max Kaiser says, I'm too early in Bitcoin because the world that will be built because of Bitcoin will happen after I'm gone.
Everything you have that's not Bitcoin in terms of purchasing power is going to zero against Bitcoin. Stocks, bonds, fiat money, your property. So the only wealth you're ever going to have going forward is your Bitcoin wealth. So you need to start accumulating immediately because every single thing that you own is going to zero against Bitcoin, number one. Number two, there's an equal argument to be made against those who are too early into Bitcoin, like myself. And what I mean by this is that we were at a meetup, the halving party in El Salvador. And this 9-year-old kid comes up to me and said the exact same thing. Am I too late for Bitcoin? And I'm looking at this 9-year-old and it suddenly struck me that, you know what, I'm too early in Bitcoin because the world that will be built because of Bitcoin will happen after I'm gone. I won't see it. I'll be dead. You know, in 20 years, 25 years, I'll be gone. But the world will have gone hyper Bitcoinization, and that 9-year-old will be living in a much, much different world where violence is demonetized, where inflation is no longer a threat from the state, where you don't even have a nation state. You have no central banks. It'll be a much better world that 9-year-old will live in, and how much Bitcoin they have or don't have won't be really much of a factor anyway, because that's more of a proof of stake mentality than a proof of work mentality. Any Bitcoin you have, whether it's even one Satoshi, gives you, as Stacy has said, gives you fuck you money, right? So you are individually sovereign, and that's priceless, right? So that's the argument. I mean, I'm too early. So everybody, once you get into the vibe, you're in the vibe and live the life.
Here's the hook on that though, guys, is like, yes, he'll be long gone. However, if he was around then, Bitcoin would be more expensive, and it would be so expensive that you wouldn't be able to accumulate it anyway. So it's kind of a rock and a hard place, right? All we can do is appreciate what level that we are able to get it at now. And I'm going to continue to stack for my kids, right? For my kids and my grandkids. Paul Graywall says, privacy wins. Today, the Fifth Circuit that held the U.S. Treasury's sanctions against Tornado Cash smart contracts are unlawful. This is a historic win for crypto and all who care about defending liberty. Coinbase is proud to have helped lead this important challenge. The smart contracts must now be removed from the sanctions list, and U.S. persons will once again be allowed to use this privacy-protecting protocol. Put another way, the government's overreach will not stand. No one wants criminals to use crypto protocols, but blocking open source technology entirely because a small portion of users are bad actors is not what Congress authorized. These sanctions stretched Treasury authority beyond recognition, and the Fifth Circuit agreed. In particular, the court ruled that while Treasury has the power to take action against property, the open source immutable smart contracts at the core of Tornado Cash can't be owned by anyone and so are not property subject to sanctions. We appreciate the court's careful consideration, yada, yada, yada. So a big win for Tornado Cash, a big win for defending privacy and liberty. You love to see it, guys. What else do we got on the docket here? This breakout indicates altcoin season is about to kick off. Check it out, guys. So as we see right here from 2021 on the left, right, this was the resistance level, the breakouts. This is the altcoin market cap, okay? And look how it smashed to the top side. And right here we are on the right. This is now. We are just breaking through resistance once again, guys. Are we about to see altcoin dominance and altcoin market cap start to skyrocket up to around $2.5 trillion? Lordy, I hope so. So that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. Couple more months, guys. I hope you guys are excited. Couple more months. Are you kidding me? Dennis Porter confirmed 3 more states will announce strategic Bitcoin reserves in December. 3 more states. So what do we have? We had Pennsylvania, we had Texas. Now we have 3 more states that want their own spot Bitcoin reserve treasury, whatever the hell, Bitcoin reserve asset class, right? Very, very bullish, guys. Very bullish. All right. We got another video for you here.
At CPHI,
Stupid ads. 1 second. 1 second. Hold on. Quit yelling at me here.
We have more breaking news. President Joe Biden just saying that Israel and Lebanon have accepted a ceasefire deal. He also said that Iranian-backed terror group.
There we go. It skipped to the next video. My apologies.
At CPHI.
All right. All right. Relax.
We have more breaking news. President Joe Biden just saying that
it was
Israel and
video.
Lebanon have accepted a ceasefire deal. He also said that Iranian-backed terror group Hamas must release Israeli hostages captured on October 7th of last year. The proposal ends the fighting on the border of Israel and Lebanon for about 60 days. Meanwhile, take a look at Bitcoin, looking like it may not hit that $100,000 mark, at least not today. The world's largest digital asset just down about 2.5%. But overall, it's gained 50% since Election Day, as investors are optimistic that President-elect Trump will fulfill his promise to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the planet. Fox Business was first to report that Trump's former CFTC chairman, Chris Giancarlo, is a lead contender for the role of White House crypto czar. It is a new position that could help usher in a new era of pro-crypto policy in Washington. And Chris Giancarlo, the author of the book Crypto Dad, joins us now on set with Charlie Gasparino. Charlie, take it away.
Go from crypto dad to crypto czar. How does that happen?
Well, we'll have to see how that happens. I think there's a lot of consideration being undertaken right now in Mar-a-Lago is exactly how to get Trump's crypto agenda done and what are the right pieces and what are the right people to make that happen.
And I mean, what's being floated is a plan, a panel of kind of outside advisors to help push regulation, advise various parts of government. It seems all, and you would sit at the top of it, at least according to some reporter reported that somewhere. I don't know her name. Maybe it's Ellie Terrett, maybe? Okay.
Well, a great producer and a great reporter.
Yeah, and I think I might have shared a byline on that one. It seems amorphous at this point. Is it? I mean, is there something concrete here?
Well, you know, Charlie, it actually goes back to a speech that Donald Trump gave in Nashville in July, laying out a whole series of initiatives to, as he put it, then make the United States the crypto capital of the world.
Right.
And included in that was a crypto council, was included the ability to self-custody your own crypto, was included a Bitcoin reserve or a crypto reserve. So it was a number of initiatives.
So he said, but do we have anything in paper?
Well, see, these things are hard to do. So for example, think about the type of people that would serve on that. They're people that have built crypto businesses, that have developed crypto coins, and yet government employees have to do disclosure of all of their wealth, of all their holdings. Have to right now under a Biden era executive order or a government ethics order, they can't hold crypto, so they have to divest. So is that going to be a structure where they become government employees, or probably more likely?
So we're not even there yet.
Yeah. So a lot of thought needs to go into how this is structured to achieve President Trump's promises.
How much do you talk to Trump about crypto?
Well, I had the delight of working with President Trump during my first term. I haven't spoken to Trump since the election, but he's very active on these things. There's a lot of communication around the edges, as you know how these things work.
What do you think turned him on crypto? I mean, I remember Donald Trump calling it, I think, I don't want to put words in his mouth, a scam or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you think turned him?
You know what?
Did Barron Trump turn him? Did his son turn him?
So, Charlie, I'll tell you, in my experience with the Trump administration the first time around, every time my agency would have communications with the White House, every conversation began and ended with the same question. What are you guys doing to get us to 4% economic growth? The one thing that drives Donald Trump is the belief that all the mess we're in terms of our debt, mountain of debt we're under, The only way out is through economic growth. And I think what you're hearing now is commitment to crypto, but also AI and other innovations. How do we turbocharge the United States economy?
Someone turned him that crypto could be a road to that 3% economic growth.
And I think...
And who was that?
Here's something,
was it Barron?
Well, I think Barron played a role in that.
That's
but you've got J.D. Vance, you've got Vivek Ramaswamy, you've got a lot of people around them that really get this.
You were up for SEC chair. I mean, the name floated out there. You said you didn't want it because you didn't want to clean up the mess. Gary Gensler's various messes. He's the current SEC
I ain't
chair.
cleaning that up.
How bad is the mess that Gary Gensler left behind?
So I know this from personal experience because, as you know, I followed him at the CFTC. There was Tim Maston that followed it, but the mess he had created during his time there was there, and it was a mess. Talent had left the agency, some of the talent you rely on for the agency's daily activities. There was the agency had unionized following his departure because they felt so mistreated, and had reached an federal impasse panel because there was no agreement. One thing I'm very proud of is in my 2.5 years at the agency as chairman, I was able to reach the first collective bargaining agreement in the history of the agency,
Who do you think the SEC,
cleaning up that mess.
What do you think the new SEC chairman will have to clean up?
Perhaps even worse than I found at the CFTC. Talent has left. You've got what's left are dead enders, people that don't want to come in the office. I understand the SEC, they're required to be in the office 1 day per pay period.
Really?
Once every 2 weeks.
Government employees are calling it in.
Calling it in, right? How can you get all the policy initiatives that need to be done when you've got a workforce that comes in the office 1 day a week? So they've got union issues, they've got workforce issues, they've got talent issues. They've overreached. The SEC, I think for the first time in its history, certainly the first time in the past few decades, was sanctioned by a federal court for lying to the court.
Well, that's amazing.
Do you know what that does to undermine the dignity and the morale of that as a place to work?
And let's be real clear, it's an investor protection agency that essentially went into woke politics when we talk about environmental disclosures and things like that.
And politicized. I mean, a lot of Gary Gensler's direct reports were people that had been involved in Trump investigations, Trump prosecutions. Now, they may feel justified in that, but they don't have a place, therefore, then to be hired at the SEC, which has to be impartial.
Who do you think will be the next SEC chair?
I hope it is someone that has both institutional knowledge of the building, but a deep commitment to innovation and the crypto agenda.
Who?
Well, there's been some names circulated. I'd like to suggest my former law school classmate, Paul Atkins. I think would be he was a former commissioner.
I think her name is Ellie Terrick that might have reported that.
I think she has. And
I think it was me. I'm not giving her credit for that one.
I think you both may be close to the truth on this one.
Kevin Hassett at NEC, that was bouncing around today. You think it's going to happen?
I don't know if it's going to happen. I've heard the same reports, but if it does happen, Kevin would be fabulous.
Trump has made a lot of promises to the crypto industry, making us the crypto capital of the world, implementing a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Can he deliver on that?
Well, this is why I do think a crypto czar is critically important, because there's a lot of promises, as you mentioned, and they're across the board. It's not just the SEC chair does this. You need tax writers to make sure that the moratorium on capital gains taxes on U.S. crypto that he's promised is done. You're going to need the White House counsel's office to write the executive orders to end what they call choke point 2.0, the debanking of crypto. You're going to need somebody to run this crypto council.
And you think he'll do it?
Oh, I think he's committed to do it because it's part of his overall. Look, Trump wants to create the second industrial revolution in America.
And he thinks crypto is one of the paths.
Part of it, along with nanotechnology, AI, quantum computing, biotechnologies. If we could go from where we've been the last few years, which resistance to innovation, to really furthering innovation, we might be able to get to that 4.5% growth rate and get us out of our debt problem.
That's a great point. There's a huge case in front of the federal courts right now brought by the SEC. It's the Ripple XRP case that Ripple violated essentially securities laws by issuing XRP. It's deemed part of that issuance was deemed a security, part of it wasn't. SEC is appealing.
Yes.
There's a Trump SEC coming in. Are they going to drop the case, you think?
So, Charlie, as you know, I wrote a definitive law review article before that case was brought, arguing that XRP was not a security subject to SEC. It turned out that the judge who ruled in that case sided with the view I'd expressed. Half of it.
Right.
I would recommend that it's time for regulatory agencies to drop a lot of these cases where they've lost at the trial court.
If you were a betting man, would they drop the XRP case?
I think they should. And
No, will they?
I would bet they would.
That's amazing.
Quick question. Pennsylvania, one of the states that are thinking about putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet. What do you make about states putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet?
I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it makes a lot of sense. So Trump proposed a Bitcoin stockpile, as you know, not a reserve, but a stockpile. It's a subtle difference.
Okay.
Countries have been stockpiling commodities since the dawn of time. We stockpile oil. We used to stockpile gold. China stockpiles rebar and copper and soybeans. Countries stockpile precious commodities as the world's first digital commodity.
Do they have the financial wherewithal, though, to manage that on a balance sheet?
I'd have to look into Pennsylvania's wherewithal, but I do think it makes. I think it makes sense for the United States. I think it's a very forward-looking idea.
You know, are you worried that the speculation in the coin has outpaced the technology of the blockchain? Because the blockchain is the transformational technology, right? The coin is the facilitator. It's like the juice that goes through the system, but you need a system. The system, I still haven't bought a slice of pizza with Bitcoin yet, or I don't know any. I mean, what's going on,
Charlie? You and I are the same vintage. We're old enough to remember the dot-com bubble, and in the dot-com bubble, prices got ahead of the underlying technology. It wasn't that people didn't want to engage in e-commerce. They didn't want to do it using dial-up modems, and they didn't want to do it putting their credit card information to a dodgy website. It took the arrival of 4G and 5G technology, took the arrival of PayPal and other utilities, took the arrival of Amazon delivery to make e-commerce a reality. The price always gets ahead of the underlying technology, but then the underlying technology catches up.
We are totally out of time, but we love having you. Thank you both, Charlie Gasparino and Chris Giancarlo. Thank you, thank you.
Love to see it, guys. Love to see it. I don't know how people are bearish right now, to be honest with you. Breaking news today, the mayor of Vancouver, yes, up here in Canada, where I'm from. I'm not from Vancouver, but I'm from Canada. Will put forth a motion to add Bitcoin to the balance sheet of Vancouver City. It's spreading to Canada, guys. With all of these states, cities, countries, massive companies like MicroStrategy, institutions, BlackRock, with all of these entities accumulating Bitcoin, there's not going to be no Bitcoin left. Are you kidding me right now? There's not going to be none left, guys. Crazy. All right, what else do we got? Check this out. Breaking news, $4 billion worth of short-term Bitcoin holders sold at a loss yesterday. Paper hands are capitulating. Let's have a moment of silence. Poor bastards. Selling at a loss. Here we go from Wrecked Capital, guys. Bitcoin will retrace deep enough to convince you that the bull market is over, and then it will resume its uptrend. Are you going to be shaken out, or are you stronger than that? That's the question, guys. Ondo reflecting exact metrics that spiked Solana 70x as Binance could list the token. Titus, a prominent crypto analyst, noted an impressive accumulation of the Ondo token by smart money and venture capitalists. He pointed out that these entities have already secured over 50% of the circulating supply. This scenario draws a parallel to what occurred with Solana in January of 2021, when a similar accumulation led to a staggering 70x price increase, ultimately reaching $250 by late 2021. Titus suggested that a similar surge might be on the horizon for Ondo, indicating that significant market movements could be imminent. Adding to this sentiment, Gray BTC noted Binance's substantial interest in Ondo's price, specifically mentioning the exchange's accumulation of 600,000 tokens. The analyst emphasized that the listing on Binance could be just around the corner. He urged investors not to overlook the potential of the token, asserting that the patience is in the current market trend could yield substantial rewards. Together, these insights reflect a growing optimism around Ondo, with both analysts signaling that the conditions are ripe for a major price movement, reminiscent of the past crypto surges. So, is Ondo about to pull off what Solana did in the last bull run, guys? I hope so, because I am a big holder of Ondo. So I hope so. Benjamin Cowan. I had to show you guys this because it's hilarious. So we go back to the post. Peter Schiff says he's bashing Bitcoin again and saying that gold is fantastic. Look at Benjamin Cowan. He's just got no mercy on this guy. He's like, I wanted to provide some good news for you today. If gold rallies just 350,000%, then it will only be down 99.99% against Bitcoin. Oh, man. Benjamin Cowan is a savage when it comes to that stuff. He's hilarious, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. Wrecked Capital, the Bitcoin retest of $91,000 in red here, this red line, has been successful thus far. Also, a daily close has occurred above 91K, which is positive sign of price trying to solidify a base, and this support needs to continue stability around 91,000 going forward. So can we continue to hold above 91,000? Right now, we are 92,700. We're looking pretty good. We are looking pretty good on that. All right, what else do we got? What else do we got? Another publicly traded company here in Canada, Jiva Technologies, has adopted Bitcoin treasury strategy. So another company, this time in Canada, has adopted the micro strategy of putting Bitcoin on their balance sheets. Absolutely bullish AF, guys. Bullish AF. What else do we got here? The Bitcoin dominance 4-month uptrend has finally broken. Prepare for an altcoin rally. So it's the second chart I've showed you that says we may be starting to head towards the dominance of Bitcoin crashing and the dominance of altcoins starting to rise, guys. Could we see altcoin season kicking in the next couple of weeks? I know that there are some people who think we're in altcoin season right now. Guys, get over to the Patreon because you're going to get wrecked. We are not in altcoin season right now. Adam Back says dips exist to transfer Bitcoin from weak hands to strong hands. Yes, that is exactly why they exist, guys. Are you going to be shaken out, or are you going to hold like a boss? Charles Hoskinson, this video is what the Cardano and Bitcoin integration will look like.
To actually create a hybrid application architecture where things talk to each other. So basically, what we want to achieve is you have a wallet, and your wallet is a Bitcoin wallet, and you basically have two sides to it. Okay? So the orange side is Bitcoin proper. This is the Bitcoin mainnet. And then the blue side, let's say this is the Cardano mainnet. Okay. And the concept is that your BTC here, you're going to click a button and say enable DeFi. And then you have DeFi Bitcoin. What this really is a Cardano native token. It's wrapped BTC under the hood. So this goes through a bridge. And the existence of these VMs basically make that bridge trustless over time. So it's a very strong, powerful trust model. It's basically unhackable. You know, nothing in life is truly unhackable, but it's as good as it gets in many cases if it's designed the correct way. Okay, so then once it's here, well, under the hood, this behaves just like anything else issued on Cardano. And because of Babel fees, you can pay transaction fees in this wrapped asset. And when they're done, you have a button, disable DeFi mode. And what it does is it burns those tokens and unlocks them on the Bitcoin network. Why do you do this? You do this because you can have a dApp ecosystem, and that dApp ecosystem can have all the things, the 1,000+ experiences that the Cardano ecosystem has created, plus external ecosystems thanks to Midnight and the bridges that are being built there. And Bitcoin, for the first time ever, can participate in that. So you can trade your Bitcoin on DEXs, you can use all kind of TVL stuff and yield-bearing instruments, et cetera, and get paid back in Bitcoin or stable coins or whatever the heck you want to be paid back in. And when you're done, just click a button and you go back to the Bitcoin network. Over time, the fees associated with this and the latency associated with this in terms of settlement time will improve. But this entire model basically allows people to think around a hybrid application.
I am very interested in everything that Charles Hoskinson is doing right now. The guy is building bridges with everybody, guys. Bitcoin nears 1 million daily active addresses, echoing 2021 bull run. Bitcoin on-chain activity reached new heights this week as it tried to cross the 100,000K mark, but took a dip due to price correction. The Into the Block data revealed that there has been a shift in the long-term activity of BTC. On Tuesday, on-chain analysts underlined that daily active addresses on the Bitcoin blockchain are inching closer to 1 million. This is the first time since 2021 that the cryptocurrency has experienced a prolonged increase of this kind. By daily active addresses, analysis means the number of unique addresses that have done transactions in a 24-hour window period. This is mostly used to assess the user activity and blockchain adoption in networks like Solana and Ethereum. A spike in daily active addresses means investors are getting more interested in the Bitcoin blockchain, and there is a rise in its usage. This surge in investors' interest, especially retail investors, depicts the market demand and growth of the network. Earlier in 2021, the daily active addresses reached 1.25 million as the BTC price rallied to $60,000 before retreating back to $20,000 range. Although the Bitcoin 100K milestone is yet to be achieved, Into the Block data shows 460,000 addresses have gathered more than 340,000 Bitcoin at the price of over $97,000. This could act as a foundation stone for the 100K price rally. On the other hand, spot Bitcoin ETFs have witnessed an increase in outflows as BTC sank below 93K because of the long liquidations wave. 12 spot Bitcoin ETFs saw an outflow of $438.38 million on Monday, November 25th, after a 5-day high inflow, which caused the weekly inflow to rise to $3.38 billion last week. At the time of writing, Bitcoin's trading around 91,000. It's actually 92,900 right now. So yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's actually climbing right now. Bitcoin almost 93,000 again. Very nice. Very nice. All right. What else do we got? What else is on the docket here, guys? PM P. Marca explains Choke Point 2.0 to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan starting to wake up to it, guys. All right, my Algorand family out there, guys. Listen up to All In Crypto's prediction for Algorand.
Because we now have confirmation that XRP, in my opinion, is likely going to
XRP
and 27 cents. The first thing for me to do is introduce our price prediction once again and what we said was going to happen, and then we'll come to present day and we'll tell you guys what lies ahead of us. But a massive congratulations to you guys out there that managed to persevere all the FUD that was thrown XRP's way, and you're now appreciating the sort of price action that we're seeing. And I actually think this bull market is going to be one that is going to be remembered for XRP's price movement. It's long overdue. Yesterday, we saw the resigning of Gary Gensler.
XRP to $19. What do you guys think about that? What do you think about that? Rumble unveils $20 million Bitcoin treasury strategy. CEO sees a new era. Rumble, a video sharing and cloud service platform, has taken a bold step to diversify its corporate treasury by investing in Bitcoin. The company, based in Longboat Key, Florida, announced on Monday that its board of directors has approved a strategy to allocate up to $20 million of its excess cash reserves to the cryptocurrency. The announcement states, this move emphasizes Rumble's belief in Bitcoin as a valuable tool for strategic planning and is designed to accelerate the company's expansion into cryptocurrency. Rumble's Bitcoin allocation strategy will include purchases at the discretion of the company of up to $20 million. The company stated that the purchases will depend on the market conditions, Bitcoin's trading price, and expected cash needs. While the timing and size of the purchases will depend on various factors, Rumble retains the flexibility to adjust or suspend the strategy as needed. Known for the high-growth platform and cloud services, Rumble aims to leverage this initiative to expand its role within the digital economy and position itself as a forward-thinking leader in the cryptocurrency adoption. Rumble chairman and CEO Chris Pavlovski explained the rationale behind the decision, pointing to Bitcoin's unique financial attributes. He detailed, "We believe that the world is still in the early stages of adoption of Bitcoin, which has recently accelerated with the election of the crypto-friendly U.S. presidential administration and increased institutional adoption. Unlike any government-issued currency, Bitcoin is not subject to dilution through endless money printing, enabling it to be valuable inflation hedge and an excellent addition to our treasury," he added, noting that the decision supports Rumble's efforts to build connections with the cryptocurrency community and establish itself as a key platform for crypto users. He expresses confidence in the cryptocurrency's ability to enhance Rumble's financial strategy, framing it as part of the company's commitment to innovation and an independent internet ecosystem. I wasn't joking when I said I was going to be a laser focused on the crypto and gaming communities. It's a new era, the executive shared on social media platform X following the announcement. Absolutely bullish, guys. Absolutely bullish. All right, what else do we have? From Simply Bitcoin, $872 billion. Standard Charter says 125K Bitcoin is still in play before the end of this year. I'd love to know what you guys think about that. And here's a little bit of a reminder for you guys. Michael Saylor to meet with $3 trillion Microsoft next month to discuss investing in Bitcoin. Guys, between 2019, when MicroStrategy first started buying into Bitcoin and putting it on their balance sheets, to today, their market cap went from $1 billion to over $100 billion. You do the math. I'm pretty sure Microsoft is going to say, "Please, sir, can I have some more?" All right. Bloomberg on crypto. As Trump considers the first crypto role in the White House, the SEC Gary Gensler prepares to step down in January. What can we expect from the upcoming administration?
You think about this flurry of change you're seeing down in Washington. Certainly, crypto had played a large part in the campaign, but how is it now going to be addressed at a much bigger scale, frankly, in the second Trump term? What types of people are being discussed for this crypto role?
You know, a lot of the names that we're hearing for potential SEC chairs are also being floated for this potential crypto czar position. There's a lot of interest among the industry to have a player who knows both how Washington works and how the industry is hoping to build out its goals moving forward. And so the Trump campaign had spent many, many months trying to lobby for the crypto industry to support the campaign. And for a while, it was a question of whether or not Donald Trump would actually follow through with many of the promises he was making. But this idea of having a crypto czar to be able to work with both the SEC, CFTC, Capitol Hill, and the players in the industry, this is really a sign that the campaign and the next administration is taking this very seriously.
But it's also a sign that he can kind of handpick somebody who doesn't necessarily have to be approved by the Senate, because this would be a role like a czar type role that wouldn't require Senate confirmation, Stephanie, correct?
Correct. And so this is actually something he's been doing a lot with his transition picks. There are a handful of people who didn't necessarily have the desire to enter through a Senate confirmation role. For instance, Elon Musk serving as sort of this advisor, working on Doge. These sorts of positions enable Trump to pick people who he thinks will be able to help oversee his agenda, but not necessarily need to go through all those strict rules like divesting, having financial disclosures, some of those issues, but it's not entirely clear yet if that will apply for this crypto czar role.
Let's freaking go, baby. Let's freaking go. And guys, I saved the best for last. 174x Jasmy price pump expected as analyst shares deep insights about the Bitcoin of Japan. Bitcoin has been trading between 95,000 and 99,000. It's actually trading between 92,000 and 99,000 now, following a recent all-time high of $99,655. Market sentiment remains firmly in the extreme greed zone, reflecting strong anticipation for Bitcoin to hit its first six-figure milestone of $100,000 in the days ahead. While BTC inches closer to the historic achievement, altcoins are experiencing a significant surge in activity. After a prolonged wait during this bull cycle, prominent altcoins such as ADA, XLM, XRP, VeChain, and VeThor have seen remarkable price increases since Bitcoin reached its latest all-time high. Thus, analysts expect these established altcoins to sustain their upward momentum while also monitoring newer altcoins for potential breakout performances. To highlight one such altcoin, catching the yes of the seasoned analysts, I think they probably meant eyes there, long-time trader for the crypto market is an altcoin known as the Bitcoin of Japan, JASMY. As we can see from the post above, the analyst highlights how after over a month of monitoring the highly potent altcoin, Jasmy's price continues to progress well and seems to be on its way back to the 4-cent 5 target, not 45-cent target. I would imagine anyway. Oh, no, he is talking about 45 cents. Heading back to the 45-cent target. Nice. The target well ahead of Jasmy's current price of 2 cents based on CoinMarketCap data from Javon here, 174x, $4.47. Meanwhile, another popular analyst added the Jasmy bullish sentiment. As we can see from the post above, Jasmy's price could pull up 174x to hit a much higher target of $4.47.8 in the coming altcoin rally. Indeed, times ahead look exciting and incredibly bullish for Jasmy holders, but will this play and when? Very, very interesting, guys. Let me know what you think. As a matter of fact, the crypto future live stream effect is pumping the price of Jasmy. What can I say? It's what we do, baby. It's what we do. All right, let's get into the chat. Catch up on what's going on out there, guys. We'll pull up the Jasmy charts. All right. Guys, as always, please make sure that you hit the like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help the channel grow. It means a lot, guys. And thank you so much to everyone who helped push us up over 7K subs today. That was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that. And welcome to all our new subscribers, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shane, yo, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Crypto Homes in the house. Tomorrow night's the night, brother. The Marlies versus the Cup champs. Let's go. William, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Jetpack's in full effect. Rob with the 7K followers. Congrats on the road to 10K. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it. The channel's been blowing up pretty good lately. Let's try to accelerate it here to 8K. That would be fantastic, man. Isaac, what's up, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Beebs, what's up, Scam? Good evening, future crypto millionaires. Funky's in the house. What's up, man? By the way, guys, just so that you know, Thursday, we're doing a live stream Thursday, 8 p.m., same time we always do, right? Central. I will have a special guest here on the Thursday evening live stream, and I will reveal who that is tomorrow. So you got to be here for that. Gain, what's up, man? My total altcoin portfolio dropped less than Bitcoin. It means altcoins are stronger at this time. Yep, you're absolutely right. You are absolutely right. You know it's manipulation when Bitcoin's short of reaching 100K by $150. Yeah, no kidding, eh? No kidding. Yeah, just $150. Like, come on, man. Brazil's looking to start a strategic. Yeah, we talked. I think I talked about that this morning. We talked about that in the morning live stream. If BTC dropped down to 20K, I'd sell my truck and buy more. No kidding, eh? Taking the bus. Bruno, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, man. Hey, Rob, what's your opinion on Cardano Digibyte? I do like Cardano. I think Cardano will do very well. I like what Charles is doing, connecting with the likes of Ripple, XRP. He's got connections inside the White House now. I know he's friends with Elon, so good things coming. I think Cardano is going to do big things, bridging with Bitcoin as well. Big things are coming for Cardano for sure. If Microsoft shareholders vote to allow the company to buy and hold BTC, the BTC shortages will happen faster than expected. 100% agree, Holmes. 100% agree. Does anyone own TARS AI? I do not. I do not. I almost pulled the trigger and bought Moonwell. Moonwell is a good project. I think I've looked at Moonwell a few times. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Venom sitting back and waiting for Jasmy. Absolutely, man. That's all you can do. Lord of the Realm in the house. What's up, man? Stargazer. I believe the reason why Bitcoin is going down is because of Black Friday crypto. It's on sale. That is one hell of a great way to look at it, my friend. Rob, what do you think about Linda McMahon picked by Trump to be the Secretary of Education? Was she really? I'm going to have to look that up. Was Vince McMahon's wife was chosen to be? I'm not surprised. I know that Trump is friends with the McMahon family, so it's not surprising. So yeah, very interesting. She was a former administrator of the SBA and could possibly integrate business taxes, investments, and banking in the middle schools. That would be absolutely fantastic, man. Fantastic. Upgrading the education system. Absolutely. Crypto Jess to the moon. What's up, man? Good to see you. Who will replace Gary Gensler, the clown? Yeah, I hope to find out soon, man. I hope to find out soon. Bugatti, what's up, man? Good to see you. What's up, my friend? Venom, Rob, do you think 2025 could be a crypto super cycle? We are definitely due for one. The last super cycle was 27. I mean, when it depends on what you mean by super cycle, because what you get these bigger content creators and they start saying the word super cycle, and what they're talking about is they're trying to claim that so 2025 we're supposed to peak probably between September and October, right? You'll get some bigger content creators like BitBoy and stuff, and they'll start telling you as we get closer to the top, because they want to sell before you. So they'll start telling you not to sell, and they'll tell you that 2026 is not going to be a bear market. They did that in 2021. They said you had like Wendy O and George and BitBoy and Altcoin Daily. They were all telling everybody that it was going to be a super cycle and that you shouldn't sell, right? And in 2022, it was going to be even bigger than 2021. And so a lot of people didn't sell, and then a lot of people got wrecked because 2022 was a bloodbath. It was a path down to the bottom of the next bear market, just like it's going to be in 2026, right? So you will start to see people telling you that 2026 is going to be bigger than 2025. No, it's not. It's going to be a bloodbath again. Again, it's not financial advice, guys. You do you, boo-boo. But I'm telling you right now, if you're holding on and you're going to believe some of these content creators telling you that 2026 is going to be this fantastic super cycle thing, you are going to get destroyed in 2026. Okay? Destroyed. I watched thousands of people get wrecked because of that, right? Pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. Jasmy just turned around. The 1 hour chart looks nice. Yes. Beebs, $19 XRP. Does that mean $10 XLM? I wouldn't be surprised if each state comes out with their own. Oh, yeah. Almost all of them will. Almost all of them. Jasmy, yes. There will be a lot of millionaires made this cycle. 100%, man. 100%. Jasmy's starting to move up. Yep, it is. It is moving up. We're back over 2 cents for it. Maybe we'll come back up and retest resistance here again tonight. That would be fantastic. Whales are selling. Whales sold. And it's all getting bought up now. Look at, they sold and it pushed the price down here. You know what this means? This means that all of that selling pressure from the whales got bought up. That's what that means. Too much buying pressure for the whales to push it down. It came right back up to the 200-day SMA. So they sold, but it all got bought right back up again. So Swoopa, what's up, man? Hey, Rob, keep up the good work. Bring that crypto future live stream pump effect. Gotta pump it up. You know, pump it up. I've been here not even a year. Y'all blew past 3K, then 4, 5, 6, now past 7. Yeah, man, it's growing pretty fast. We got to get to 8 now, man. We got to get to 8, brother. This is the best crypto channel. Only one keeps me interested in what is said. Nice. I appreciate you, Funky. Thank you so much, brother. Test Truck XCN. Let's freaking go. Yeah, XCN, man. One of our favorite projects. Going to start melting faces pretty soon. As far as XCN updates, my friend, we usually save those for Sunday because Wes, I don't know if you know Wes or not, he is an XCN Onyx Coin ambassador. Every Sunday at 8 p.m., Wes comes on the channel and we do an Onyx Coin live stream where we give you guys all of the latest updates on everything Onyx Coin and XCN, from Onyx Core to the staking to everything. So make sure you're here Sundays at 8 p.m. Central, and you will get all of the XCN updates you can handle. Danny, I'm going to look for junk around the house to sell to buy more Jasmy. McMahon was picked. Wow, crazy. Crazy. Facts, I got into Moonwell at 5 cents, holding 25K coins, I believe $2 to $3 comfortably. Oh, nice. That's a good entry point if it's going that high, Facts. Congratulations, brother. You always got your finger on the pulse of these new coins, though, Facts. That's the thing, brother. What do you think of Kanto token? It's under real world assets. I've never heard of it, to be honest with you. I've never heard of it. Guys, if you want me, I see some requests for altcoins. If you want me to do altcoin requests, guys, there's a little tab at the top of the chat. It says goals. That is how you get your altcoins. I'll pull up the charts. I'll have a look at what they're doing, and I will evaluate your project. Whales are selling Jasmy 200 million coins. Yeah, but it all got bought up right away. So ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string, right? Overcone, what's up, man? Jasmy Guru, how many shares is good to own of Jasmy team? That depends on your budget. You should never over leverage yourself, and I can't give you financial advice, but to me, at this point in time, I mean, you should own at least 100,000 coins, in my opinion, if you're going to be in it, right? In it to win it, minimum. Facts, here's a question. Last time around, we had Elon say BTC is dangerous for the economy. Luna Voyager went bankrupt. Voyager, yeah. China FUD, etc. So that's what crashed crypto hard. What catalyst will happen in 2026? That's an interesting question, Facts. That is an interesting question. If we're just taking guesses here, let's say that I think it's possible that we're going to get regulations that come in that are going to force the crypto exchanges to be transparent, to be audited and stuff by the government and give reports, quarterly reports, if not monthly. And I think what we're going to find is that a lot of the bigger exchanges are insolvent. That's why they continue to have technical difficulties whenever the market starts really, really going parabolic. I think we're going to find that the likes of Binance, US, and a lot of these other exchanges are actually insolvent. And I think that that's going to cause a bank run on a lot of these exchanges. I think that that is possible of what might happen, all due to these exchanges needing to be transparent. And it sounds like a horrible thing, but I'll be honest with you, it's something that needs to happen, because if I'm putting money on these exchanges, I want to know beyond a shadow of a doubt that they're solvent, right? So that, I think, is a possibility right there. Let me know what you think about that. You're right. Everyone bought it up. Great. Yep, absolutely. Also, if all the nations are buying BTC, will it even crash hard? That's a good question too. I don't think that Bitcoin's going to fall down 70% this time. Maybe 50 to 60, let's say, because you know that BlackRock's not going to sell. Most of the holders there are not going to sell. You know that MicroStrategy and MetaPlanet and all these other companies are not going to sell, right? So that is a very, very interesting question for sure. You know that the pension funds that are buying it as well, they're not going to sell. The countries that are buying it as a reserve asset, they're not going to sell. So 50 to 60, I wouldn't be surprised to see it fall no more than 60% tops. Unless it's all BS and they rug everyone hard. That would be kind of funny though. What do you think about Doge? Which Doge are we talking about? Dogecoin, or are we talking Doge, the new one? They're the one that represents the new Elon Department of, I don't know, whatever the hell it's called. Either way, both of them I'm bullish on, to be honest with you. So I remember Elon making a statement that what if Doge, a joke meme coin, became the leader of the cryptos? It's looking like Doge with Vivek might do it. Do you think Doge goes up now? I mean, I can't put a clock on it, to be honest with you, but Doge will have a good bull run for sure. What are your thoughts on the two peanut coins? They're both on Solana, similar market cap. Tristan, we actually did a swing trade when over on Peanut when it came out. That's what we do over on the Patreon, right? We did a swing trade on it, and we got about a 1,600% return in the first week. So if you want to get in on these early, get over to the Patreon, brother. You know, if you were over on the Patreon, you would have got in on that on Peanut in the first couple of days, and you would have seen a 1,600% return on that. So definitely get your butt over to the Patreon. Bullish. I bullish. Should I be bearish, or am I? I mean, no, they'll do well. I think that I just announced this morning that Peanut's actually getting listed on Kraken Pro. So they're getting a tier 1 listing. So that's pretty good for Peanut. Cool. Thanks. No worries, man. No worries. This might be the last cycle to get this large sum of money due to the regulations. I don't know. Jetpack, I see what you're saying, and you're right in one sense. But here's the thing that I think a lot of people are missing with crypto is that with stocks, okay, you have to be an accredited investor to be able to invest in new companies and startups and stuff like that, right? However, there is no program in place right now in the crypto space, and every single 4 years, every cycle, every bear market, we're going to continue to see brand new projects like KASPA and Miria and all these layer ones that come out, Ondo, Pith, right? You're going to continue to see these companies launch new projects every year, right? So there's always going to be that opportunity for us as crypto investors to be able to get in early on those projects until the government finds a way to stop us, i.e., some sort of accredited investor program like they have in the stock market, so that only the elites can get rich. But for now, they have no way to implement something like that. So there will always be the opportunity to get big returns if you're willing to do your research on brand new companies that are launching, again, like your Ondos, your Piths, your Kaspas, your Myrias, so on and so forth, right? So I think that will always be an opportunity, to be perfectly honest with you. So yeah. Angel with the super stickers, man. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, man. I appreciate the support for the channel. You're always here hanging out, and I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Gary Network. Yes, I've heard someone keeps mentioning Gary Network in when I'm live streaming the charts. I don't know anything about it, though. Dogecoin, the OG. Okay, yeah, Dogecoin will do good. It will do good. I think Dogecoin will probably get to $1 this time around. Funky, I'm waiting to make sure and buy at least one full BTC from the profits. This bull run might be the last chance. Yeah, you know what? That's the thing, guys. That's another thing that we're doing over on the Patreon is we're going to make sure that everybody that's over on the Patreon becomes a whole coiner this bear market, so that, you know, because I believe that Bitcoin is going to hit $1 million one day. So we need to accumulate. We need to make sure that the base of the foundation of your portfolio has one full Bitcoin in it, so that moving forward, you can do phenomenal things, right? What do we got? Facts. New narratives always come out. So all that this is the last is BS, influencer nonsense. Yes, I agree, Facts, 100%. I also disagree strongly with when people say 99% of cryptos are going to go to zero. That is such stupid hogwash. It's not even funny. That makes no sense whatsoever, guys. No sense. Okay, think about crypto like the stock market, okay? In the stock market, you have all of these different stocks inside the S&P 500, and all of these companies do different things, right? They manufacture different things. They operate different things. They, you know, there's hundreds of, literally 500 companies that do 500 different things, right? So that's the same thing as me saying that 99% of stocks are going to go to zero. You'd look at me and go, that doesn't make any sense, Rob. All these other companies do. They're not all competing in the same narrative, the same industry. It doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing with crypto, right? To say that 99% of crypto are going to go to zero, first of all, layer ones, okay? Let's use layer ones. You think there's only going to be 1 or 2 or 3 layer ones? You really believe that? I know that some channels say that. They say, we don't need 50. We don't need 200 layer ones. No, we don't. But there's always going to be competitors, right? That's like saying we only need 1 hamburger restaurant or 2 or 3 hamburger restaurants, right? Then why do we have, 5 Guys, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's? The list goes on and on and on for these, for burger joints and stuff, right? Juniors, like Arby's, like you have all these different places, right? The point is, it doesn't make sense to say that there's only going to be a couple of companies that are there at the top, and then there's never going to be any other companies that compete with these companies. That's stupid, right? So when you look at the crypto space and you look at the top projects, you have layer ones, okay? You have Web3 gaming projects. Why would Web3 gaming projects go to zero because Bitcoin is the layer one of choice? That doesn't make any sense. Web3 gaming projects don't do the same thing as Bitcoin. So when someone says it's going to go to zero because Bitcoin, what the hell are you talking about? That's like saying Radio Shack is going to go to zero because Burger King. You'd be like, what? That doesn't make any sense. They don't do the same thing. They don't compete with each other, right? So when people say 99% of cryptos are going to zero, that's one of the stupidest things I've ever heard in my life, right? If there'll always be competitors. Look what we see every 4 years. Every 4 years we see in every cycle, we see brand new layer ones that come out, right? Who compete. They're one generation better than the last, right? That's how technology works, right? When DVD players came out, Every year, a brand new, upgraded, updated, higher, better tech DVD player came out that made the old one obsolete. The same thing is said with computers, desktop computers. For decades, you could go to Best Buy and buy a desktop computer. By the time you got that desktop computer home and set it up, it was already outdated by some better model that's sitting at Best Buy, right? That's how technology works. It's not just this is the prime of layer 1's existence and there's never going to be any better upgrades or updates or anything like that. That's the dumbest stuff I've ever heard in my life, right? So sorry to go on a rant about it, but it's just it's I can't wrap my mind around how someone will think that an AI project like Render is going to go to zero because Bitcoin. What? That's Bitcoin maxi logic for you, right? Jetpack says, I agree, Rob. Just not sure if the exchanges will allow average people, but you touched on that. Yes, after regulations. Yeah. Well, I mean, then you know what? Then those centralized exchanges will go under because decentralized exchanges can't be controlled in that aspect, right? So everyone will just start using DeFi plays. And with DeFi wallets and plays and swaps becoming more and more advanced, like Bridgers, the all-chain bridge from Swift, right? Those will start to take center stage. So if the centralized exchanges start trying to do that kind of thing, then they'll start losing business to decentralized exchanges, right? It'll be that simple. Fiat Leak is my new favorite webpage. Just loaded up and live in the background. Nice. Is Algo going to Ford? You know what? I think Algorand is going to go to about $5, honestly, but I'm leaving the project at about $3. So, but I do think it has the potential to go to $5. But again, $3. I'm going to take my profits. I like to front run the market. If you're over on the Patreon, you know exactly how I like to do things. By the way, guys, if you do not have an exit strategy or a plan to take your profits, get over to the Patreon and join our community, because I'm going to be live over on the Patreon very, very soon here this evening, probably in about 20 minutes. I'm going to jump over. I'm going to be live over on the Patreon. I have something very important and a warning that I want to talk to you guys about. But I will be live talking about it over on the Patreon. So get over there. Also, you know what I'm going to do tonight? I decided the special mystery guest that we're going to have on the channel here on Thursday at 8 p.m. I'm going to reveal who that is to the Patreon live chat tonight when I get over there. So get over to the Patreon, guys. The link is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. Let's get a strategy in place for you to take your profits and book a one-on-one with me as well, guys. You can schedule one-on-ones. Rigo, where does BTC go from here? To the moon, my friend, to the moon. I think we're going to ping pong a little bit, to be honest with you. I think Thursday, early morning BTC to 85, 86K. Possible. It's possible. Shadow Lord. A lot of new investors get way too emotional attached to their plays. Yes, I agree. I agree 100%. BTC should be back on track by the weekend. I hope so. I hope so, man. I hope so. All right, guys. That is it for me. I'm going to be live over on the Patreon in about 15 minutes. Get over there. I'll see you there, guys. Deuces.